right, so welcome. This video is going to be about the use of a 10 frame or two 10 frames in order to add some math problems. So here we go. So what I tell my students to do is to just look at this first number here and go ahead and put that in the 10 frame like that. And then we'll go ahead and do the second number, just like this. Put 3 in there. And then I just tell them, just count how many you have. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the answer is 4. Okay, let's do the next one. So I have them go ahead and start new every time. That seems to help everybody to not get confused or anything about what problem they're on. So they're on the next problem. Sometimes I'll even do like so that we're only looking at one problem at a time, like that. You know what? Believe it or not, that helps tremendously with a lot of students. So we'll go ahead. That's my cat, in case you can hear her. So, anyway, so we look at the first number again here, just like that. And then we look at the next number. Put that many objects. Okay. And then we go ahead and count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the answer is 4. Okay. So we start off with addition within 5. So all of these problems would be like addition within 5. Sometimes I might really hang out on this concept for a while, the concept of 0. Okay, so, and even though there's 4 there, and even though I still have them start anew every time, it just really keeps the routine the same. And so anyway, so that they're looking at just this problem here. So they add 4, put 4 on here, and then we say, okay, now put 0 on there. And usually they look at me funny. But, so the point is this is nothing. 4 plus nothing is, that's my cat, in case you're wondering. 4 plus nothing is what? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. And, this is a concept that I've found, you know, after a while, it starts to make sense. And then they don't have to do this in order to know the answer to the question or the math problem there. But yeah, so we do that a bunch. Now, here's one that I wanted to talk about. So 2 plus 1. Okay, so we do the first one. And at first, I'll have them go ahead and do this, and then I'll have them count it just like we just did. But eventually, especially when we're going to do just plus 1, I want them to imagine another one here and be able to tell me 3. Okay? That's another step. Okay? But, at first, just start with what works at first. We just go ahead and just put the 2, and then we put the 1, and then we count how many. Okay? But eventually, what you want is for you to be able to put down any number and say, okay, so how many do we have? 4. Now, if I add 1, how many will we have? And you want them to be able to say 5, right? So that's addition within 5. That's one standard. We can go ahead and do addition within 10. And it's the exact same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go ahead and do 3, 2, 3, right? And then we're going to count how many. Okay? Now another step to this whole thing is for them to start to see that this is 5. And to say 5, 5, 6, 7, like that. So eventually, as they see this format, you know, many, many times, because we use it quite a bit in my classroom, and they'll start to see this is 5 and this is 5, right? And then after a while, you know, they're going to understand that this is 10. And you want to get to the place where they don't have to count every single one of these to say this is 10, right? So when they're adding together, like if we're going to do addition within 20, okay, normally, like I said, we would just start over and then start with the first number, okay? Just helps so everybody doesn't get confused. So we start with 7, and then we're going to go ahead and add 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we would, at first, they'll need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? And the answer is 11. And that's great. But with math, you want to continue teaching them faster and faster ways of doing things. And what should be happening after a while is for them to look at this and say 10, 11. Okay? So that would be the next step. And this would be addition within 20. And I'll make a different video about subtraction. But this is addition within 20. We always start with addition within 5. Then we move on within 10. And then we go ahead to addition within 20. And that is how we do that. So anyway, have a great day.